Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with the review for Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 3. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys. So we start the show off watching Ronnie not only rob somebody, but kill them as well. I was like, well, I guess Big Ron is back in town, right? He goes on and robs the guy, takes a few dollars out of his pocket, and says that he's going to go buy him some new gerbos. I was just like, I know he did not kill this man over a few dollars and buy him some new jeans. Like, what's up with you, Big Ron? Later, we see Big Ron working out with Unique. And he's still his same intense self. Listen, I'm going to need Ronnie to learn how to lighten up some. But at least Ronnie is starting to get active because like he just been sitting and staring for the last couple of episodes. So yeah, he's working out today. He lift his weights and then he trade places with Unique. And he done told Unique that he ready to take these streets back over. You know, Unique is trying to explain to him that it's going to take a minute, you know. But Big Ron got his eyes set on Rock, okay? And Unique was like, I told you she's out the game. And he was like, nigga, please. As long as she's breathing, she's hustling. So when Unique is lifting his weights, I know when it was going through his mind is he wished that he could throw these weights at his brother. It's just like how you can get such an old pain in the ass brother, Unique. Anyway, Unique got business to take care of. So he goes and sees the man that Big Fish told him that he needed to talk to, you know, before they all work together. As soon as a man sees Unique walk in, he looking at Unique like, what are you doing here? You know, Unique tell the man why he there. You know, the man look over at his homeboy. He was like, I think I like this one. All right, yeah, I think maybe we can work together. This look like this gonna work out just fine. Okay, now listen. He work out this Chinese food restaurant down in the city. You know, Unique was like, yeah, he preferred not to do that. I'm sure your cousin Chinese food restaurant is all good and everything, but no. And oh boy tells Unique that if we don't work through my cousin's Chinese restaurant, then we ain't doing no work at all. Unique was just like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess if you gonna put it to him like that, he feeling that sweet and sour. But let me ask you a question. Why the Chinese food place? And he was just like, because I hate the Chinese. I hate Chinese people. Okay. Well, why are you working through the damn Chinese restaurant? He was like, because my wife is Chinese. That's her cousin. I was like, child, not an old damn Dave Chappelle, Bill, what was his name? The blind black Ku Klux Klan member. Anyway, he said you can't help who you love, okay? But it's still fuck the Chinese forever as far as old boy is concerned. So yeah, no. So they have a deal. Now while Unique was talking to you know, the old boy about this Chinese food restaurant, Ronnie had went home. And the girlfriend was like, oh God, not Ronnie. Like, where's Unique? Weren't you guys at the gym together? And then he was just like, I don't know where the fuck Unique is. Okay, in his oh so unpleasant way. He was just like, maybe Unique got him another woman. Okay, old side piece. And she was just like, you know what, fuck you, Ronnie. You always know the best things to say. I said, Ronnie is an asshole. Now, the feds, they go and raid Big Fish's store. You know, when they walk in there, you know, Big Fish tell his employee, like, don't do nothing stupid, okay? It's all good. So the feds come on in there, and you know what? They want to know what he know about Big Sal. And he was like, all I know is that it was a tragedy. That, you know, it was very sad that happened to him. Well, it's not like he's going to sit there and say, oh, yeah, I killed Big Sal, you know. So anyway, one of the feds, you know, they're like, hey, boss. Yeah, you're right. It looks like they do have an old red arowana fish here, or whatever the damn name of the damn fish was. And they was like, oh, you got a rare endangered species red arowana that you selling here? And Big Fish was just like, a red hair what? Like, you know what? Y'all coming in here with the bullshit, okay? Yeah, you got one of those. Now we got to arrest you. Okay, we're going to take everybody down to the station. And they're going to wrangle up the employee on a gun charge. So you know what? Folks is in trouble still. So they take him on down. And, of course, Big Fish calls his lawyer, and his lawyer comes down there, and the lawyer is just like, we already know that this is some bullshit, this damn red arowana charge that you guys trying to say. They was just like, oh, my bad. Okay, that wasn't a red arowana? Could have swore it was. Anyway, they got him down there because they want to talk to him. We know that you hit Big Sal. And Big Fish was like, only thing I know is that I'm being harassed by the feds. I ain't did nothing. You ain't got nothing on me. Please let me go. Well, they don't have anything on them, so all right. But we'll be in touch. Now, let's jump on over to Kanan. So we see Kanan and Fame. And, of course, Kanan is, like, trying to get Fame up. Come on, we got to get to work. Okay, let's go out there and make this money. It's not going to make itself. And you know, of course, Fame is just like, I'm not going. Okay, I already told you, Kanan, I don't shit where I sleep. Okay, and Kanan was just like, get up. I don't even know what that means. I almost got it, you guys. I've been practicing. Kanan is about sick of Fame. Fame is not no hustler. Fame, go on and just beg your mama, can you come back home? Say you gonna be on the straight and narrow and get your ass back, because these streets ain't for you. So while Kanan is trying to wait for Fame to get his ass together, he goes back and talks to that black guy. Remember the black guy that was playing the game with the son? It was his weekend. Okay, so he goes back to the house over there, and he still want to work with him. And, you know, old boy and the son, they ain't really feeling Fame, you know. So it's like, is it just going to be you, or is it you and Fame? Because Fame is full of shit. Okay, it's just going to be him. All right, then maybe we can do this. And Kanan was just like, I promise you, you're going to get your money. You ain't going to even have to do work too much, too hard. Okay, and I'm going to handle everything. Just like, can we work together? And old boy say, okay. So at least Kanan got some shit in the works. Now we see Juke. Juke is singing. She's working with Lou. And Lou is all gung-ho and excited. Like, you going to win this competition. We going to go down there. We going to have the music already all mixed up. Everything is going to be set, cued, and ready to go. Okay? He is not going to let Juke down again. Now, jumping over to Creepy Daddy. Creepy Daddy is talking to Rock. Okay? And, you know, they both still trying to tie up the loose ends. Both of them got some shit that they trying to work out. As far as Creepy Daddy is concerned, though, is Rock, you need to keep an eye on Kanan. Like, what is going on with Kanan? I just saw him. He hanging with some knuckleheads on the street. He ain't in the right places. He ain't doing the right things. Like, you need to get a hold of the boy. And Rock was just like, he ain't stupid. Okay, Kanan knows how to handle these streets. I was just like, but Kanan is still 16. So, yes, he is still stupid. Okay, and I don't know why Rock don't know that. Well, at least maybe she knows that, but she ain't gonna let Creepy Daddy know that she knows that. So, yeah, she tell him he fine. What about your loose ends? What about old girl? And he was just like, well, she killed herself. Okay, so show a little respect. I was just like, what is this strange respect, like love that he had? I mean, is it like, are we trying to make it seem like he just had to kill her, but he didn't really want to do it? I mean, I know that he didn't want to kill the lady and everything, but all of a sudden he's making it seem like they was like friends, or like he just kind of like looked at her and shook his head like, oh, girl, you just never gonna quit, right? No, you blew her head apart in the car. Okay? But whatever. Whatever he going through as far as his partner's concerned is what he going through. Anyway, yeah, he warns Rock, though. Kanan out there wilding a little bit. So Rock goes to Kanan's house, or to Fame's. And, of course, Fame is knocked out asleep. You know, she just like, nigga, get up. Like, where is Kanan? He don't know where Kanan is. Who these people that Kanan been hanging out with? He don't know who the people Kanan been hanging out with. She's like, what is all this, looking around the house? And, of course, you know, Fame is just trying to play like he don't know nothing. He's playing stupid, of course. She turns around and she was like, listen, if you guys need anything here, okay, she hands him a stack of money. And she was just like, and there's more where that came from. So, you know, if you need something, you come straight to me. And he was just like, okay. I was like, oh, Kanan ain't gonna like that, Fame. You know, Fame was like, oh, that's mad nice of you, you know. So anyway, when Rock leaves, she notices that she's being watched by the feds. But, you know, so far she hasn't done anything illegal, so let them keep watching. She goes and gets in her car and drives off. Kanan comes back, and he's just like, get up, we got work to do. That's not right either. And Fame was just like, I'm not doing that. I already told you I'm not doing it. And so Kanan is all going off on him about him not trying to do anything around there. They need money and everything, and he ain't got no money, so like, what's what? And Fame get up and he walk over to this jar that he done put the money that Rock gave him. And he was just like, yeah, you say I ain't got no money, but look at this. Okay. Then he gonna say, your mama came by here and gave me this money. I said, nigga, why would you tell this boy that was from Rock? After he done told you how many times he ain't fucking with her no more? You should have just been like, I went out and made some shit happen. Okay. And here we go. But he gonna tell him that Rock gave him. So, you know, of course,
Kanan walk up to him and he was just like, if you take some more money from her, I'm gonna fuck you up myself. Okay, we don't take nothing from her ever again. No, nigga, you don't take nothing from her again. Okay, Fame tired of being hungry in this damn house, no food, barely can pay the rent. You know, he ready to do something. So yeah, this money was welcome. But when he knocked that money out of Fame's hand, this whole Fame that he would fuck him up, I was just like, damn, Kanan is like that. If I was Fame, I'd put Kanan's ass out. Okay, nigga, you getting a little too beside yourself. Whose house you think you in? I feel like Fame had more problems with Kanan than without. And for some reason, I have a feeling that Fame is eventually going to die. He's going to get caught in the crossfire, and it's going to be really, really sad. And that's going to be really what makes Kanan go all the way over. I just kind of feel like something like that is coming because Fame is he's just too innocent, you know? So yeah, he ain't gonna be around long. Anyway, Rock, when she had left there, when the feds was watching her and everything, she ended up going over to Marvin's house. Okay, seeing how Juke doing all right. You know what? Rock got a gift for her. It's a necklace. Okay, and Juke is like, dang, thank you, Auntie Rock. Okay, let's put it on. This is for the superstar that you are, you know, that you going to be. You gonna kill that audition girl. She already know it. Okay, and there's a little talisman to, you know, give you a little extra strength when you up there singing. So good for her. Right when she's about to leave, she's like, hey, and by the way, Juke, you know anything about Kanan? What Kanan been doing lately? Who these people he been hanging out with? He ain't in no trouble, is he? And Juke was just like, nope. Not that she know of. And she was just like, okay, well, you would let me know, right? Because I would need to know if he was with some knuckleheads. And Juke was like, no doubt. Okay, as long as we got an understanding. Kill him at the audition, girl. Kanan over there running the game, honey. He got his employees. He giving everybody their assignments. He telling them, you know, where they gonna be, what they gotta do. You know, the hours is much longer, you know. But you are making 3 times what you were making. Because one of them started to complain. And Kanan was just like, no, you're gonna make way more money this way. Okay, so it's gonna be a couple of things you gotta compromise on, but it's all good. So Kanan is now finally starting out as a drug dealer boss. Now, back over to Creepy Daddy. So Creepy Daddy go down to the station and he just looking around and there's feds everywhere. So he just like, what the fuck is going on? He goes in there and talks to Captain. And I'm going to tell you, every cop in the Power universe, I've told you this already, is pissed the fuck off. They ain't none of them happy. Okay. So when he goes in there, he was like, Cap, we overrun out there. And he was like, don't I know it? It's just like... He was just like, every time, you know, he got a real deep, distinguished voice too. He was just like, every time I look around, these feds is everywhere. Now that Shannon is gone, now we got to worry about her friend. I said, oh, not the lover. Okay, yes, the lover is making noise out there, talking to people and all that. Creepy Daddy was like, word? Somebody else? I was like, yep. You done got rid of partner and you didn't know that she left a mouthpiece behind. So now Creepy Daddy got to go out there and find a girlfriend. So he does, you know, he pull up on her and I'm sure she was probably scared when she saw this nigga just standing in front of her like this is the one that she think did something to her girl. And now he there, you know, so she look at him. She like, Creepy Daddy, like, what are you doing here? I was like, girl, I know you trying to scope out where you need to run next, right? And he was just like, look, I know Shannon might have told you a lot of things about me. And, you know, I know she had her ways and she thought certain things and some things she was right about, but it wasn't none of her business, you know. But I saw how she was in the office and, you know, she knew her stuff, but, you know, nobody had her back. I was the only one that had her back. Nobody in there had her back. And then the girlfriend was just like, well, you know, Shannon told me that if something happened to her, that it wasn't what it looked like. And he was just like, so you saying it's not a suicide? I said, girl, don't say that because you gonna be next. She was just like, she don't know what she's saying. And he was just like, listen, the job got to her. It just got to be too much for her. You know, she was under a lot of pressure. She wasn't happy. And she was like, you're right. You know, she wasn't in the right spot, you know, wasn't in the right place. I said, girl, now you talking right. Okay. Even if you don't believe it, you better say these things to him. Okay. And he was just like, right. She wasn't in a good place, you know. So he's like, I'm getting you back over to where you need to be because I don't want to have to shoot you in the head too, lady. He was like, that's exactly why they need to shut this whole investigation down. It's just way too much. But listen, if you want to talk to anybody about it, you know what? You can always come and talk to me. I'm your boy. Okay? Creepy Daddy. Now, jumping over to Lou and Marvin, so they at the club, and Lou's thing today is just partying. He gonna stay drunk. He always at the club, at the bar or something. Lou was still upset. And he was like, you gonna work with Juke? And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna work with Juke. I'm working with Juke. We gonna win this audition. She gonna get the spot. Like, it's all good. And so, Marvin is just looking at his brother like, damn, like, what didn't happen between the two of us? Like, I didn't became the responsible one. Okay. His pager goes off and it's 911. Marvin was like, who's paging me 911? So he goes and makes a call. Okay, this Marvin, who this? And he just sits there and everything. And then it's like, oh, this must be bad news. Okay, so he goes back and he tells Lou, hey, don't do nothing stupid. Okay. But I gotta go. And Lou was just like, hey, he at the party. He living and he let living. He ain't gonna do nothing stupid unless something stupid happens. I was just like, I guess Lou is just gonna be drunk the whole season. Poor thing. Anyway, when Lou finishes at that location, then he goes to another bar. Okay, because why not have another drink? And when he's about to sit down, he talks to the white bartender. And he asks her, like, where did she get this record from? And she was just like, the record store? And he was just like, that's my father. And she was just like, E-Train is your father? And he was just like, what you know about Elijah White Train Brown Lee? And she was just like, what? Me and no E-Train, we go way back. Okay, so she started telling him how she knew his father and all of that. So instant connection. Out of all the places in the world, okay, E-Train, Eli's son walks into her bar. She was just like, what you drinking? I was like, everything, whatever you got back there, girl, that's what he drinking. She pours him a drink and she was just like, hey, sorry about what happened to your dad. And he was like, don't be sorry. He did that to himself. Okay, gave up on life, gave up on music, gave up on family, gave up on this, gave up on that, just gave up. I said, sort of like you, huh, Lou? Isn't that something? Like father, like son. So anyway, Lou, I'm assuming, sat there, got, drank up a couple of drinks, and waxed poetical with the white bartender lady. And the night was going along swimmingly until somebody got to acting up in the bar. Okay. And they was saying some shit that they ain't had no business saying, and doing some shit they ain't had no business doing. And Lou had to go over there and correct them. Okay. Had to beat his ass. And, of course, that means that now Lou has gotten arrested. I said, Lou, when the audition, why the fuck is you getting arrested? Lou! Now over to Rock. We see Rock at home and there's a knock at the door and she goes to the door and it's Unique. Okay. Rock was just like, all right, nigga, I know you sexy and everything, but let me just check and make sure that it ain't nobody out here that ain't supposed to be here. Okay. Unique was just like, you don't trust me? She was like, no, I don't trust you. I don't trust no damn body. He come on in the room. He come on in the house and, child, long story short, they, after a couple of little words back and forth between each other, they get busy. And I was just like, ooh, Rock girl. I love the fact that every season Rock has somebody that she can hunch on. Okay? Rock is still gonna take care of Rock. I'm not mad. But I was just like, girl, don't get pregnant, because it looked like we ain't seen a condom the first around here. I'm sure Rock is responsible. Anyway, after they finish, they sitting around and talking. She is still retired. She still ain't in that life no more. But she got to figure out how to wash all this money. She got all this money that shit is just collecting dust. He was just like, well, I mean, you can always spread the money around out here somewhere. You got this big old house and everything. And she was like, no, I need to do something really, really big with this money. But in the meantime, you can go in and tighten me up a little bit, since we in this bed, I was like, get your love on, Rock. So after they finish round 2 and he's getting dressed and about to get on out of there, I said, honey, your girlfriend is looking for you. And she gonna be good and pissed because Ronnie done put a bug in her ear. But anyway, when he's leaving, he tells her how Big Fish had then gave her, a little tip on is helping them out and, that they gonna be working together. And she was just like, be careful with them Italians. All right, I done already told you that they are very dangerous. I don't need none of that shit coming back to this house to me, nothing. I'm out the game. She done. Okay. And he just like, yeah. Don't worry about it. It ain't gonna blow back on you. But he gives her a kiss and he was just like, look at us. Can you believe it? The two of us is fucking? If the people in the streets knew what was going on behind these 4 walls, child, I know something. For some reason, though, the Unique and Rock union is not making me as happy as I thought it would. I don't know. It's just sort of like, maybe because I know that they still don't really trust each other, don't really like each other like that. Like, it's like, what's going on here? I don't know what to make of the relationship. So it's still, it ain't quite giving me the warm and fuzzy that I thought, although I'm fine with the scenes, but I don't know. It's not, something is missing. Is it just me? Anyway, when Unique leaves from there, he walks out to his car and everything, and he doesn't notice that Big Ron is out over there watching him from a car. I said, Ronnie, who car you done stole? Did you steal that man's car that you killed? Who car is that? Child, we may never know. Do the damn door close? Because the way you were slamming it on that man, like, I don't even know how you could drive around in the damn car. When Unique leaves there, Unique goes over to the Chinese food place. Okay. And the people, of course, the lady that's working there, she all got a whole lot to say in Chinese and everything to the man who's the owner. And they going back and forth. And then finally Unique is like, is there a problem here? Like, what's wrong? So the man come out, he said, no problem, no problem. Well, let's talk business then. So Unique is trying to set that up over there. At the same time, we see Rock. Rock is getting her hair done. All that love making, child. It'll fuck your hair up, especially the back. So she getting her hair done, and the ladies is talking in Spanish, just like all this back and forth behind her. And she turned around, she was just like, come on, like, do I need to keep hearing this? And the lady was like, oh, I'm sorry, Rock. She was like, but I'm about sick of my fucking landlord. He do too much. And he up here raising the prices on the rent. He want to sell the building, but he can't sell it, so he keep raising the prices. All right, and Rock is listening. Like, oh, that sounds like maybe she can squeeze old business, the building owner, and figure out something that way. Okay, so maybe, even though she had to sit there and listen, maybe them talking in Spanish was gonna help Rock out one way or the other. Now, where was Marvin going after he had got that 911 call? We see him show up at like a crack house. Okay. And when he goes in there, the guys is in there, and there's somebody on the floor. Who was that? I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. I was just like, this is one of those times where you guys will have to chime in and explain this to me. Because I was just like, who is that? Why is Marvin getting him out of jail? Was that the guy? I don't even remember. Who was the guy that was... No, that's not the guy that he let go. Who was that? Anyway, you guys will have to let me know. But anyway... The guy tells them that Marvin was going to give him some money. So when Marvin got there, he had to give him $5,000. Or I guess they was going to kill them, or kill the man. So Marvin gives him the money. Marvin puts him in the car, and I'm assuming Marvin takes him home. But again, you guys let me know who that is. It's time for the audition. Okay. And, of course, Lou is nowhere to be found. Well, we know where Lou is, but Marvin and Juke don't know. So while they're standing there in line, they waiting for Lou, and Juke is like, where is Lou? And he got the music, and she's nervous. I mean, she already was nervous, and Lou was the one that was all like, we gonna do it. We gonna kill the audition. I'm gonna have the music. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And the nigga not there. Okay? So, of course, Juke is so nervous and upset that she goes to the bathroom, she throws up. You guys know that Juke doesn't do well in these type of situations and environments. Even though she has a great voice, she just doesn't have that confidence yet. So she needed Lou to be there. But it was good that Marvin was there. And I actually love the fact that he was there because, Marvin and Juke are trying to get this relationship back together. So he needs to make sure that he's there for his girl. But, anyway, they pissed at Lou. Well, Lou, like I said, if he could be there, he would. But he can't be there because he was arrested. So he's in jail. He's actually waking up in jail. Okay, that's how fucked up he was at the bar the night before. And when he's looking around and he's like, fuck. Yeah, Lou, you messed up. You better believe you messed up because your niece is real upset with you right now. Okay, by the time he finally gets out of jail, it's 5 o'clock. That's the time that the audition is supposed to happen. He just looks up at the clock and he just shakes his head like, boy, I fucked up again. Yes, you did. Okay. But we can't cry over spilled milk now. You know what? Lou not there. Marvin tells Juke, you know what? It's going to be okay. You don't need the music. You don't need Lou. You already have everything that you need. I'm here. Like, it's going to be all right. So he's trying to give her the, give her the confidence, like, get up there and do what you do. You can make it. You can do it. And so, when she walks off, though, he was like, fuck you, Lou. So Lou is this is going to be bad. Anyway, Juke gets up there, and, Juke has a beautiful voice. And so she's singing, and she just getting started, really. Didn't even get a good 30 seconds in. And they were like, thank you. That's enough. Okay. Like, damn. Like, bitch, you couldn't let me get to the chorus? So afterwards, Marvin gives her a big hug and tells her how great she was and everything, and that they was going to choose her. Don't even worry about it, okay? Because if they don't, then Marvin might have to get into some gangster shit. And I kind of halfway believed Marvin. Now, Lou, now that he's out of jail, you would think that he would go straight to Juke, but he doesn't. He goes to the bar first, and he apologizes to the lady. That shit got a little out of hand the night before. And she was just like, hey, listen, I deal with them kind of people in this bar all the time. Okay, because the guy was getting smart with her. And she was just like, so that ain't nothing new. So don't even be down on yourself, because really that was a welcome. Usually she the one that got to be fucking motherfuckers up around there. And now that Lou was there, that was good. And the fact that it was E-Train's son too, like Eli then sent his son down here, it was heaven sent. And she was just like, and you know what? I can look at you and tell you got the music genes just like your daddy did. Well, of course, that makes Lou feel good as well. He was just like, hey, what you gonna do about this whole stage situation? Maybe we can flip this thing and make it work. Really have people come up here that got real talent, sing on this stage. You can tell that Lou he might not have told her all this, but this is what was going on in his mind. Like, shit, I can blow this fucking bar up. I ain't got to deal with rock. You already got the bar. I was just like, Lou, this ain't really right, though, because you bringing this lady in, or you coming in on this lady's thing, and even though she got to deal with knuckleheads and everything, she ain't got to deal with drug dealers. All right. And that means that now that you're going to be working through her bar, that means that Rock is going to get involved some kind of way, and you still going to bring drama and terror and tragedy to that fucking bar. Okay. But I guess Lou is just thinking that he gonna leave Rock alone altogether, and that this could be something officially just him and this person. So, I mean, I know that that's what Lou wants, but I don't think Rock is ever gonna let him have nothing like that, you guys, which is too bad. But looks like they got it together. They got a deal. They gonna work together. He gonna be there. You know what? Fine. But she was just like, you want to leave the fisticuffs alone, okay? I'm a lover, not a fighter. So maybe this will be Lou's parlay into the actual legitimate world. We also see Kanan and Fame. They working. They out there on the streets at first, and Fame notices that somebody is clocking them. And Kanan looks over. I'm thinking that it was the feds, but child, it's Unique's brother. It's Ronnie. Kanan was like, that's Unique's brother. Like, what's wrong with Ronnie? He's crazy. He just sitting over there just staring. He was like, we over there just giving weird vibes. Like, what does he want? Well, of course, we know what he wants. He wants the territory. Like 50 Cent's voice that comes over the scene. Okay, basically, this his territory. He trying to get to it, move or die. But Kanan ain't fixing to let this territory go too easily. It's hard, though. 16 years old and out there trying to hustle. It's gonna be a whole bunch of people after Kanan. But anyway, y'all, that's it. What y'all thought about this episode? All right, you guys, that is it. I'm going to get on off of here, get this edited and up. You guys make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm Roxanne. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.